Hello friends, hopefully that is me live. Yeah, let me know if we've got everything working just now. I'm seeing in the replay at the side that I was probably bopping about waiting for it to go live, so I hope nobody saw that. But let me know in the chat if we are actually live, and let me know what you have done with your week. Positive, positive. Let's keep them positive. If you've had a good week, what you've been up to. And today, what we're going to be doing, we're going to finish off this puppy. Oh, you can't see it. This puppy, we're going to finish off the Japanese word that I can't say, but the Shiba Inu dog. That last week we got to this stage, so if you're looking to make a little dog like this, we are over brightening everything. If you're looking to make a little dog like this, started him last week, and we're going to finish off by hopefully giving him his coverings and his ears, and yeah, that's about it. But hopefully gonna make him a good one. I'm looking forward to it. He's turned out okay so far. And before we get started, just want to do a little bit of housekeeping. What things did I have to talk about? If you haven't already signed up, this Wednesday I'm super excited. I should be doing my first ever ETSU live webinar. What that means is I got accepted to the ETSU program, which is a program that ETSU invited what they consider influencers. I kind of don't like the word, but they invited people who had a passion for sharing ETSU knowledge to join. And what they do is every couple of months they give us a training on a subject, and then ask us, I think we have to do 3 webinars, but I'm going to do all of them because and basically we have to do at least 3 webinars or live conferences, which yeah, that's not going to happen, but to do webinars explaining what we learnt in our training. So the very first one is going to be on Wednesday, and that is on marketing and social media. A lot of good stuff on that. I'm just finishing up building the presentation today, and I'm actually quite excited. To start with, I wasn't sure about it, but now, so fingers crossed. There is a link below where you can buy your free e-tickets. Well, not buy, because free. You can get your free e-tickets that'll give you the link. It's just going to be hosted on this YouTube channel, so it's exactly the same as this. You just tune up exactly like this and you can chat. But I'll hopefully be being grown up and doing some slides and an actual presentation rather than wittering onto the camera. So if you're up for that, I would love to see you. The video will be live, will still be available in the replay if you can't make it live. And now to my drink, which is only Coke. I'm behaving myself. If there was anything else I meant to talk about and I've utterly forgotten already, it'll be down in the comments, in the description of this video. So check out the description because yeah, my memory's like a sieve. And let's check chat before we dive into some felty goodness. So, Faith Mother Goddess, hello. Hiya, yes, you're live. Thank you so much. Yeah, technology's awesome, but scary. You're stabbing along, so might not be so chatty today. Oh, awesome! I love to hear of people crafting. Although talking to you is wonderful as well. I love talking to people. It makes me seem less insane. But yeah, I love to hear people crafting away. George, hello there. It's been a while for you to be at a live. Sorry for the absence. Not at all. Awesome to see you. Thank you for joining us. And Lisa, afternoon. Hey there. How you doing? All right. So let's get down to the 2 cameras and see how this puppy's doing. There she is. So this is where we got to. Now I do want to sit and felt over this a gazillion times more. I wanted to do that in between sessions in between weeks I wanted to firm him up, but I listened to you guys when you said that you actually like to see the entire process, so I've not touched him. So, according to the instructions that I cannot read, the next step I think I want to do is I want to make his ears. And now I saw somewhere that looked like a kind of cool method for doing them, and now I'm not going to be able to find it, of course. Yeah, here we go. So the ears, we're making a triangle-y shape, and then we're going to put in the tan, and then we're going to use the white to make the kind of V shape around the edge. Whereas I would have probably given myself twice as much work of making tan ears and then making white triangle insets and then making tan triangle insets, but instead just make that as an extra little lip. So that is about the size of the ears we're aiming for. Here is my tan wool from the kit, so I'm gonna break off a couple. Yeah, it's saying 4 millimeters. Yeah, that's what it says. Anyway, I'm gonna break off some of the tan and split it in two so the ears are kind of even. I tend to kind of squish them like this so I can feel. I think this one's a little bit light. It's hard to get anything exact, so squish, squish, squish. That feels about right. Okay, so I'm going to take this, and they're quite triangular, almost conically shapes. So let's go in with the stabbiest needle. I can't remember what these sizes are anymore. Yeah, I buy a ton of needles, and then basically what I do is I stab with one, and then when it annoys me I swap it out for another one until I get one that annoys me less for a period of time. I don't know what size of needle I use. Who else? We've got Lisa in the house. Did I already? I know I said George. And Serena, afternoon Pam, hey there. CJ Phoenix, morning everyone. It's CJ, British Columbia, Canada. Hey there, Canada. And Lily Tree from the UK. I know that one. Hey there. How's everybody doing? Let me just think what I've been doing here. Yeah, this week I didn't do the weather turned in Scotland, so I've not done my epic walks with the dog. We've just been a little bit more close to home and doing training with the dog, with Mia. We all know her name. So I haven't been doing the epic large walks with her, but we've been doing some more training close to home, and yeah, I'm super impressed. I thought up some new tricks to do with her, and she's doing really cool. Because it sounds like the Scottish Government is talking from next Thursday we're going to be able to exercise from places I can drive to. They're talking about within about 5 miles, so not a huge amount of driving, but I'm still going to be able to drive to the river and walk Mia, which I've so missed. Really looking forward to that. And the other thing that's changing is we might be able to meet a friend for a walk in the park or something, an outdoor space, and we've got to keep a distance, but we're able to meet a friend. So I have been furiously checking Google Maps because most of my friends live in a different town from me, so I've been furiously checking Google Maps and measuring distances and to see what's the nearest park between where I am and my friends are, which I think would be pretty cool if we can arrange some time to have a little walk together. That will be so good. I can't remember what the point of this chat was, but yeah, that's where we're going to. I was going to say here in the UK, but no, this is where we're at in Scotland. So with the regulations changing, there's talk of the businesses that can be open again, and one of them seems to be outdoor one-to-ones, such as I do with my agility classes, if the clients are coming from less than 5 miles away, which most of my clients are. But I've decided for just now, and I told my clients this, changing to an easier needle, that one's annoying me. I've told my clients this, that basically I sort of feel that the first people taking the tentative steps out of lockdown are kind of the miners canaries, but same thing, the miners canaries. It's a little bit of a trial, and as we're not exactly an essential business or anything, so I'm gonna hold off and not open my outside businesses for a few weeks. There's at least a 2-week delay period in when people get infected to when you start to see the infections, so I'll probably wait till July to see what the infections are doing. Hopefully we won't have a second peak or anything, and then if things are looking good, then I'll think about reopening. But before that, what I'm going to start doing now is making training challenges for my clients. So that's me and Mia have been testing out if the things that I think of in my head are actually possible for the dogs to do. So that's been my cunning plan this week, is figure out some training exercises for clients. Lily Tree's all good. Glad to hear it. Yee. Lily Tree's down south. She's not in, sorry for the terrible EastEnders accent, she's not that far down south. So the restrictions in England are different than they are in Scotland. So I know you guys had the ability to drive to exercise and lots of slightly different things than we did, but I'm excited for the changes. It's been a couple of months, so yeah, it's been kind of tough, but I have a house, I have a garden, and I have areas of the country I can walk to, so it's all been good enough so far. Right, so yeah, let's do that. Since we're all over the world, what level of lockdown or not, what level of restrictions have you had in the past few months? It'd be kind of interesting to hear, because I know some countries are like super lockdown. I think they're only kind of like allowed out to walk a dog around a block or something. Like people weren't even allowed out to exercise for a bit. And some countries it's more like, yeah, use your common sense and make sure you're safe, which seems to work a bit in countries like Sweden, and probably not so much in countries like the UK and America. It is my feeling we're not necessarily so sensible. Lily Tree, you don't sound quite like that. Yes, you sound nothing like that. It gets my back up when people do people try and do a Scottish accent, and they always do like, well, it was always Mrs. Doubtfire, and then for a bit it was like your Mike Myers character that I probably can't name on here, but from Austin Powers. So they always do like one accent. So yeah, for English, I suppose doing an EastEnders rubbishy type South accent is not as bad as everyone doing like, oh, you're from Britain, and then put on like this really bizarre Pride and Prejudice accent. We don't sound like that. Right, I think the ears are a little larger than I needed, but yeah, well, we've got loose fluff. That's perfectly fine. So I'm not going to firm up any further down. I'm going to get rid of that just by... I don't want to cut it off because I want fluffy edges to felt it onto his head. But yeah, that's pretty good. So this stuff is actually really felting up quite nicely, because I do know this, my finer needle, I'm in between having good needles just now. So this finer needle is a little bit too fine, and that one's a little bit too stabby. It'll probably be okay. I do find they dull over time a little bit, so if a needle, when I first buy it, if it starts out a little bit too stabby, I'll try and I can't use it all the time because it annoys me, but I'll try and use it every so often, like when I start a project or something, and then eventually it gets to the point where I kind of like it. That might just be me though. Alright, that ear is relatively firm. CJ, you're by province here and it depends on your city. Alright, so if we're just starting to reopen or not, our stores have just started to reopen. Yeah, I think, a couple of weeks ago they started to reopen, and it's weird because the guidelines didn't say they needed to be shut, but they started to reopen the what you would call hardware stores, and wow, the queues, like for people wanting to go, we call them DIY stores, the queues for people wanting to go into them. So they opened a couple of weeks ago. I've not been, I have no skills in DIY, if I'm perfectly honest, and I believe from next week our garden centres can start to open again, so that's pretty cool. I'll have to see if there's any close enough that I can really get to, because I usually travel a distance to get to everything. But yeah, the garden centres opening will be pretty cool. I think they were sort of open for online stuff, but a lot of this you couldn't, you really struggled to get slots basically. So slots for delivery. Finish the words that are in your head, Pam. So DIY stores are opening, but apart from that, still we're really only food shops, supermarkets, I think like butchers and bakers and things like that are open in more urban areas. But round about here we've got the 3 big supermarkets and a couple of the B&M stores, and that's about all that's open. Oh, and some of the drive-through fast food places. It was probably so much better for the health of the nation for McDonald's to be closed for a month or two. And yeah, some of the, like I think Starbucks was opening up as a drive-through. Seriously, if you're that desperate for coffee, just boil the kettle rather than drive to a Starbucks. But no, I get it's the little touches of normalness rather than a desperation for Starbucks. It's the fact that you can go and get a Starbucks as kind of thing. I get that. Lily Tree, okay, the new, and I bet as it's English, it'll, not you, I'm sure you'll do it perfectly, but people either over or under enunciate certain words like loch in Loch Lomond and och, so it would either be okay the new or okay the new. Like totally over exaggerate it. Because and it's not like other languages can't manage the k sound. Loch, it's not that hard, but yeah. A lot of people struggle with that one, and yeah, oddly enough, like Loch Lomond or something, a lot of even English TV presenters will say Loch Lomond. It's not a loch. No, not that. Faith Mother Goddess, I believe you're in the UK as well. You're down south. Yeah, read ahead, Pam, read ahead. You're being shielded, so even though I'm down south, I still haven't ventured out of my home for months now. Oh, I know, that's so tough. I mean, if you're in the group that needs shielded, it's an important thing, absolutely. But I know, because I got sick right at the start of lockdown, or potentially got sick, who knows. It was about 2 weeks that I hadn't left the house, and it's such a strange feeling. I think when you're stuck in the house, you think it's more than it is. It's more scary, it's more bigger. It is still scary and everything, but I was proper expecting when I left the house, like, for roads to be silent and no one about and all freaky things, and then when you're on the road and there's people driving and you go into the shop and there's people and it feels mainly normal, was kind of more reassuring. I think you get in the feeling that there's more going on than there is. It's more weird than it is. Still weird. Still odd, but yeah, it's so I totally sympathise being stuck in your home. Yeah. CJ, yeah, stay 6 feet away. Yes, we're on a 2-meter rule. Probably about 6 feet, about the same thing. But yeah, keep a good distance away. I think in the dog training groups, it's keep at least two Great Danes away, or 3 German Shepherd dogs, or 1 crazy Mia. She's a very tiny dog, but very crazy. But yes, they're staying away. We only have advisories for wearing masks in public. I'm trying to, but I can't get a mask at the minute. I'm still trying to get a hold of a mask. I discovered the ones that I thought I'd ordered, my cute gothic-y masks, because you might as well look cool. The orders hadn't gone through, so I had to order them again. But yeah, it's only an advisory. But I'm going to get some because I think it's more as a visual reminder to people. Like when we're in the supermarket, sometimes people are being really casual and kind of barging past you and stuff. Now, hopefully I've already been sick and I'm pretty healthy anyway, so I'm not in contact with anybody else. So I'm not freaking out too much, but yeah, if you're wearing a big scary skull mask or something when you glare at them, I think that'll have a much better effect. Lily, oh yeah, your dump opened, but they only want to go if it's essential throwing out of unwanted items. Yeah, I think our dumps are due to open next week. Hopefully I'm not too bad, because oddly enough, I'm never organised in my entire life, but when I saw all this coming the week before it all happened, I went to the dump, I went to the garden centre, I did all of these things. Oh, that one's softer than this one now. I did all of these things beforehand, while still socially distancing and being sensible, but I got rid of a big pile of stuff. But yeah, I know some people are desperate to get to the dump to ditch things. And I suppose if I'd used my time to actually tidy up my house, or do repairs in the house, or tackle some of those dandelions in the garden, then I might need the dump, but I'm okay just now. Lisa, you're originally from Liverpool, so defo have the added accent noises. I'm not even going to try and do a Liverpool one. There used to, so many years ago, well, when I was a kid, there's a comedian, Harry Enfield, that did a Liverpool joke, which was basically just 2 people threatening to fight each other all the time. It's like, come on, but in a Liverpool accent. I don't know what made me think of that. I've not thought of Harry Enfield for ever. I am fairly sure in the modern world he would not be funny, but in the 80s the bar was pretty low. And a lot more racist jokes were pretty normal. Serena, you and your 4 kids didn't leave the house for 6 weeks. Oh, tough. Going stir crazy, even more so as your other half was at work every day. Oh yeah, that's so tough. And also, it seems bonkers, doesn't it? The rules don't quite make sense. If you've got to shield yourself or keep yourself in, and someone else from the house is going out and mingling with other people, it seems difficult for sure. But yeah, I can't even. 4 kids not leaving the house for 6 weeks. You guys must have been fit for killing each other. Wow, so well done. Yeah, it's been tough for so many people, and unless you happen to be an advisor to the government, then it's not so. Yeah, our American friends, it seems that one of the chief advisors to our government has been caught quite severely breaking the rules, in that when he noticed he was getting sick, when we were on a you have to stay in the house for 7 days and the rest of your household for 14 days if you get sick, he decided driving 200 miles to his elderly relatives just in case they needed to look after the kids was a sensible thing to do. So he's in the papers for whether that's a good thing or not. Some people think it's okay. Personally, I think if you're kind of one of the people that makes the rules and you find you can't stick to the rules, then you're in the power to change the rules. So yeah, I would say they should have changed the rules rather than broke the rules. Right, that's where we're at with the ears. I think even that might be that's going to be a little bit too big. Let's look at the actual picture, because I think the cuteness is in the rather tiny ears. Now, yes, I brought scissors. I am so organised. So I'm just going to trim that down a good bit more. And this is an easy cheat to get the ears to the same size, is to make them too big and then make them the same size. So even though I've lost all the wispy bits, this bottom isn't quite as firmly felted, and I'll make it work. It's all good. Serena definitely ready to kill the kids. I can only imagine. Yeah. It's tough whichever side. If you're stuck in by yourself, it's tough because you're stuck in by yourself. And if you're stuck in with family, it's tough because you're stuck in with family. Yes. Right, so let's try and do this. This is a new one on me, but I think this will kind of work. Just trying to figure out how much of a white bit I need to add. I'm just going to try and leave a bit of brown showing and make an actual V shape. Let's see how this works. And excuse me, you're probably getting the top of my head's in camera. So I always hate that. Hopefully there's no dandruffiness. No, looks okay. Sorry guys. No, I hate that when you're watching artists and I know it's not their fault and then you just see the top of their head, especially if they're going a bit baldy or anything else. But okay. Camera. Oh, now my camera wants to focus on my hair. Stop it. Come back to the thing we're working on. There we go. No. Camera. Hello. I think I figured out why my sound last week was so bad. Right. Can we just not focus? Hello. Here's the thing we're working on. Oh, bloomin' cameras. Right. Okay. There. Excuse me a minute. I'm going to see if I can get this little thing to focus. Sharpen up, mister. I hate that. Okay. Is that any better? I don't think it is. Anyway, I think I know what was wrong with my sound and what's wrong with my camera. Super annoying. Right, give me 2 seconds. Go to my face. Oh, I can't. I can only change it when I'm like this. Right. Okay, everything might go dark for a minute. Let's see if we can get this to work. Can I do it? Can I do it? Come on, please work. Yes. I'm a genius. There we go. We've fixed things. But yes, I think I have figured out, well, not figured out, I think I've had help to figure out what was wrong with my audio and why that camera up there is not quite as good as that camera there, and I think I'm using the wrong USB splitter to add all of my devices into the laptop. I thought it was a problem with the laptop, but it looks to be a problem with the connectors. So I've ordered some more and I'm praying they will get here by Wednesday for the webinar. Links in the description. Praying they'll get here for Wednesday for the webinar, but if they don't, I've got some super cool ideas for videos once they get here, because right, we're just friends here, you know I do the secret things. I I've spoke before about Nerdy Crafter. She's an awesome YouTuber, and she just did a tutorial for making dragons and unicorns in polymer clay, and I was watching that going, could we do that? Or not could we? We could do that. We could follow her tutorial in fleece. So I thought that would be cool to make a video of doing that. So once I've got all my audio and everything working perfectly, we're going to start following other people's tutorials. And yeah, I think a Nerdy Crafter dragon and a Nerdy Crafter unicorn sounds fun. That's my plan anyway, and I think she's less likely to try and sue me than someone like Sarafina, that she's not I don't know that she'd be kinda keen on me doing something like this. But Nerdy Crafter, I think, because she loves seeing people doing her work and stuff, so we'll see. But check her out anyway, Nerd E Crafter. She is awesome, and let me know if you think we should do the dragon and unicorn following a polymer clay tutorial. Because what I thought, for those of you, about 18 months, maybe 2 years ago, I found a wood carver who did a fantastic video on wizard faces. Lily, I'm pretty sure you were there, I can't remember who else, but did a fantastic tutorial on carving wizard faces, and for some reason my brain went, we could do that in felt. And we followed the tutorial of the guy doing the wizard face, doing his steps, but instead of carving, felting. And it worked so well. We got super little wizard faces following a wood carving tutorial. So following a polymer clay tutorial sounds a whole bunch of fun too. Lily Tree, yay for the scissors. I know, it's like I'm organised or something. Right. The ears are about there, so... Oh, that's cute! Okay, so it looks like they're quite wide on the head, so I'm going to pop them in nice and wide on his little head, and then felt that in, and I'm just curving it slightly to make a sort of ear shape as well. George, that would be in showing the back of my head. Oh, yeah, my head's more interesting than the rock I'm painting. I am sure that's not the case. Your rocks are beautiful, the ones that I've seen. It's something I really do fancy trying at some point, rock painting, but I have got so many other things that I need to get done. But yeah, one day, when I've got the time, I'll give that a go. So many things. Elisa, you're also having tech issues with the super internet today. You don't even talk to me about the internet, mind you, that I am still hijacking someone else's internet connection because my internet has been out for, it's got to be about 6 weeks now, and they don't want you phoning them, which is fair enough because they're busy and want the most vulnerable customers to be able to get through. So I used their online service to raise a fault, which was fine. That said we're gonna fix it, we're gonna fix it, we're gonna fix it. And the day came that they said they were gonna fix it and passed, and it just kept saying we're gonna fix it. And then eventually, for no reason, it said, rather than we're trying to fix it, it said, you've told us there's no longer a fault. If this isn't the case, then, or you have other problems, contact us in chat. And I'm like, I did not tell you any such thing. So I hit them up. Well, I tried to hit them up in chat, but that was an episode in itself. You open their chat and there's nothing. It's saying, oh, we're trying to connect with a, you were basically put on hold without any noise, but you couldn't type and there was nobody there and you had to sit and wait. And I went to make a cup of coffee, and in the time I was making a cup of coffee, it came on and the other person had gone like, hello, how can I help you? Oh, it seems you're not there anymore. You don't want our help. Close chat. And you're just like, oh my goodness, I am so going to lynch somebody. So I left it that day because I was quite angry. And then a few days later, I put the chat on and I just sat and I watched and I watched and I watched And I looked away from the screen, and I looked back, and they were just in the middle of doing the, it looks like you don't want to chat anymore. I'm like, no, I want to chat. So I did, and they looked, and they said, okay, so yeah, we can see it's not working. We'll send you an engineer out. So I was like, okay. I was a bit annoyed, like, why is it taking a month to send an engineer out? But so they sent an engineer out, and he came last Saturday. So that was a process. First time I've had anyone in my house. I had to tidy up a little bit. Had to hoover and do all that kind of stuff. Had to tidy up. But anyway, so an engineer came around to my house last Saturday. I probably told you about this anyway. But basically, when I opened the door, he said, you've got to step outside and I'll go into your house. So he went into my house, and he was in there like 2 minutes at maximum. And he came outside and he said, we can see the problem isn't anything in your house, it's with the signal, the broadband getting into your house. So I'm going to sort that out, I'm going to raise that, and that'll get fixed. So I thought, that's fine. So hang about, did nothing, so that's fine. Engineer said, it's all getting sorted, it's all good. And I checked the other day on the status of my fault, because nothing's fixed. Checked, and it said, we see that you've said the fault's now fixed, so this is closed, and if you have further problems, raise a new fault using their online system. So I went through their online system to raise a fault, and it says, no, you already have a fault, so you can't raise another fault, but the fault that you already have is saying that it's closed. So I thought, okay, right, let's find this chat and I'll get back to this person. But the chat is no longer available. There's no sign of getting hold of the chat, so I can't talk to anyone that way. There's no notice on the site anymore of the phone number to phone. And it says if you need to contact us, go into the forums, and the forums won't let me log in. So I am raging. I mean, yes, I still have internet, I clearly do, but it's not my internet. I'm using Wi-Fi to somebody else. That's even worse, right? The problem is outside my house getting into my house, but one of my neighbours is on the same internet provider and they have internet, so yeah, so annoying. Anyway, there's my little rambly rant. Got the ears felted in well while I was doing okay, wide ears. Lena, hello. Hi there. Good to see you. Oh, I love my makeup. Thank you so much. I thought it was about time I made an effort. It's actually very strange. I'm not a girly girl in any way, shape or form. I usually wear makeup, apart from when I'm recording a chunk of videos, I wear makeup like once a month or something. But I just thought, I have been living in scraggy, probably fairly unwashed shorts with my hair all bleached out and no makeup and everything for about 6 weeks now. I need to do something, and I know some of my friends are posting up on Facebook like their nails are falling off, their eyelashes have stopped being eyelashes anymore, their 6-inch roots and everything else, because they all use salons for their beautifying. It gives me the heebie-jeebies. I don't even like going to the hairdresser, but having to have someone do my nails or do stuff to my eyes, yeah, that gives me heebie-jeebies. So, but I feel sorry for all the women and the men. But they need, you need your tan topped up, you need your roots done, you need your fingers doing, you need your eyeballs doing, eyebrows tinted, all the things to look and to feel like yourself, I suppose. It's not really a vanity just to want to feel like yourself. So I thought I'll make an effort. There is no reason for me going downhill in this because nobody else contributes to my look. So I thought I would make an effort and get dressed for you. I even had a shower and did all those kind of things. I'm still in shorts, but the rest's good. CJ, cool, love to follow a clay tutorial. Awesome, so we will definitely get that done. Not sure when, to be announced, because so much things going on just now. We will be starting on the Maker's Sleepy Fawn kit in half size. The ladies are so gonna kill me for that, but I love the challenge. So we'll be working on the Maker's Fawn kit next week and probably the following week, because we know these are big projects now. And I do have the webinar that I might have mentioned once or twice, and also I want to do some videos for Etsy, because if you missed it on Thursday in E-Rank group, Anthony Wolf, who's the founder of E-Rank, usually does kind of live videos, and he's had me and some other people, and Starla Moore and Nate, in to help out. But on Thursday he kind of just said to me at the last minute, it was like, I can't do the video, do you want to do the video? I was like, okay. And Nate said he would join in, and yeah, we had a really cool sort of chilled chat. It was very strange, but we were talking about the videos and like how to brand your videos, you know, different types of videos, and I thought that would be a super good video. I'm saying video a lot, but that would be super good for your Facebook videos. Just what different types of styles, just to kind of inspire us, because just as we were talking, and then since then I was like, oh, you could do that, and that would be super cool, and that would be a great idea for a video. So I think that could be a fun one to make. So yeah, you guys, let me know. Let's chat that just now. I don't want to give away too many secrets while I'm making that video, but what kind of things do you think you would use videos for to showcase in your listing? We're allowed one 5 to 15 second video to showcase your listings. And if you missed, I spoke about this last week. But yeah, it's a super cool thing. I mean, will you just film on your phone? Do you have a camera? Can you do much editing? Lighting? What kind of feel as well? A far more important thing, you know, how are you going to showcase your thing? So I want to spoil some of the thoughts that I'm having here. Spoiler, not spoil. I won't spoil them. I so want to spoiler some of my thoughts, because there's so many cool ideas for just simple things, but they could make awesome videos. Can you tell I'm quite excited about this? Alright, Lisa, they just like to close the issue without fixing it. Ah! Feel free. Yeah, exactly. Right. Now we're going to colour in his body. I usually do the face first on these kind of things, and then work down to the body, so we have an idea of how I've got to cover his face. I'll keep the paper out of the way, but yeah, so it kind of wants a little more triangular down the nose. I'll focus a little bit just now. And see, if you'd put the ears on slightly more squint, he could have just had a cocked head. I'm just trying to look at this straight down the ears. Yeah, so it's kind of going to be moving out to a triangular shape here. Can you don't put your head in the frame? Yeah, so kind of triangular. Oh, it's so hard not to just lean in. Ah! And then comes out and about for cheeksies. I'm going to look at the picture too. And then I think it's like a sort of triangle for his chest, so that'll go back a bit. Kind of triangle for his chest. Oh, do you know, that looks cute already. And a long way to go, but that looks cute already. So yeah, coming out for cheeksies, and then a triangle for the chest, and it stays open. It doesn't close over, and then we're just sort of covering everything else from the paws and the tummy, from the tummy up. It's like a sort of cape over him. That makes sense to me. Right, keep head out of frame while doing this. So leaving his little paws sticking out and cover everything else. And then I'm going to spend forever trying to firm him up and getting him in the shape I want. But yeah, this is the point where they really start coming together. I don't know about you guys, but this is the point where I'll work on this body bit forever, like days more than I need to, because I'm sort of nervous of going to this step, because this step is where it becomes good or bad. So forever I'll just work on firming up the body and making the body perfect, and then just the last few minutes just bung on bung on the top coat, or add the long hair, or whatever else it is in the critter I'm making, and then it all comes together in like an hour or two, half an hour sometimes even. It just all comes together. So fingers crossed. It either all comes together or it's a disaster, so let's hope. Oh, chat's been moving. Lily Tree. I would hunt them down and be raising hell by now. Oh, that's my plan for next week. Raising hell. Sounds good to me. George, 15 isn't that long and it goes by quickly. What have I spoke about that I forget? I'm not sure, but 15 minutes isn't that long. I can't remember what I was saying. Oh, Lily, tell us. We won't tell anyone. Oh, 15 seconds for the video. Yeah, absolutely. 15 seconds goes. I forget what I was talking about 2 minutes ago. Just such simple ideas for the videos though. One that I said on the live stream on Thursday that sprung to mind. There's a YouTuber, Simply Nailogical, and she does sort of mainly nail art videos. She gets a little bit distracted. She's hilarious. But her intro would work super well. She has like a black light box with super good lighting and everything. But she just takes the nail polishes and she's just like pouring them and dripping them in slow motion with this black background and everything, and it is so gorgeous. And someone on the chat was a bead seller, and they were like, how can I show my beads apart from holding them in my hand? And that's what, if you have a camera or the software to do it, but it's better if you've got a camera that can film slow motion, which most phones can these days. But just set up a beautifully lit area with super good focus. So it might take a wee while to do it, but if you set up an area and you just drop the beads down and they're just falling in slow motion and bouncing and everything, 15 seconds, it'll go by quickly, but then you would be able to see the glint of the light and everything, and it would be gorgeous. So there's one thing. There's so many other ideas, but yeah, so let me know let me know what you're planning to do. I'm also thinking of what we spoke about now. Yeah, everybody, pass the brush. That's another one. If you have, pass the creativity videos. I haven't made that one yet. Keep meaning to get around to it. Always get distracted by other things. But the pass the brush type thing, you could totally do that for your Etsy video. So it's like, here, oh look, here's my raw materials, cover camera, change, wow, look, I can make a dog for you with that was just dorky. That was super dorky, but you can't do sound, but just the visuals, and what that gives you is you can see the creator, which is super important. I know a lot of people don't like to stick their face out there, but that personal touch is so important, and you guys know it. You're watching live YouTube videos. I am not like a BBC level broadcaster or whatever else. You're here because you like seeing a real person, warts and all, you know, who isn't so great. So it's the same for your shop. To see the person's face, to have that connection. So you see the face, you see the raw materials, you see the tools, and you see the final product. There's the word. You see the final product. Super easy in 15 seconds. Another thing we spoke about was time-lapse videos. If you do a painting, so nice in 15 seconds, like condense it down into 15 seconds. You can even do like different camera angles, so you could film yourself one day over the shoulder, the next day film yourself in the face on, film yourself from different angles, put them together. I mean, literally 2 seconds of doing something, change the angle, 2 seconds of doing something, oh hiccups, 2 seconds. That would be a gorgeous video. Anyway, I'm going to stop spoiling things. But hopefully that gives you some ideas. Lisa, going to do a video on my foam rose garden. Shared that last week, really awesome. Add one rose at a time and then photograph them, speed it up, and trying to fit it into the time location. Awesome. And yeah, that's, if you've seen my Pinterest videos, my digital drawings, I don't film me doing my drawings, but I film them afterwards. I deconstruct it, I remove one layer at a time and then put it in the video editing, speed it up and put it on. You can see it coming to life. If that's something you can do, like the rose garden, like, you know, it's a kind of time lapse. Equally, you can do, you could, oh my god, with little sculptures, you could do a tiny stop motion animation. Right. Calm down. But you could do that. Really, like, not just break. See, this video is going to be epic. I need a notebook and spend the next week just every time one of these ideas comes in. Stop motion animation though. Wow. Yeah, so tons, so much you can do. Excited. CJ, I would do the beginning, middle and end of the project. Yep, product. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's it. It's good. People want to see the process, because that is just such a super cool thing that you don't get for going to a big store. A big store, you know, your car's manufactured by thousands of people in different factories all across the place, whereas your little handmade item is crafted by hand by one person, start to finish. Well, more or less start to finish. So that's a cute thing. Another thing, spoiling my ideas here. Another thing I thought of, you could, if you've got good looking friends right, or family, you could film somebody opening a box that they've just received it in shipping from you and taking out your product, like, whoa. Because two things there. One, that would look awesome. Way more than two things. That would look awesome, but you've got the aspirational things of people going, I want to be that happy, I could buy that thing. And I know you're sitting there going, advertising. People aren't that stupid when they see adverts. Kinda. So, you know, I want to be that happy. But also, if they see something like that, like, people always ask me, how do you get people to add pictures into your reviews? Now, I wonder if video reviews are going to be coming. But anyway, people ask, how do you get people to add pictures into your reviews? And in general, people are more likely to add pictures into the reviews if other people have already done that. People like to be competitive, and they like to show off, you know, people like to do selfies and show off their things and show off their house and show off their great taste. So if they see that other people have done pictures, then they're more likely to do a picture in their review. So if you do a video like that it looks like it's a customer, then yeah, sure, at the minute on time you can't do video reviews, but they might do like a video Instagram story and tag you in it of them opening their box. It could, you could do a hashtag for, hashtag opening Ben McFuzzy Lugs, or think of a cooler hashtag that's related to your shop, not mine. So yeah, super good idea. I'm spoiling all this. Now nobody's going to watch the video because they'll be like, no, Pam's told us it all. Oh, I've obviously missed something that Lily said. Oh, oh, I see. Yeah. Okay, yeah, chat's jumped ahead. I didn't see that. G Morgan, hello, made it for the last bit. I think we're kind of getting there. Got eyes to do in a little bit more. Lily Tree saying 1 minute to drop the beads, several hours to find them again. True. It would be kind of cool. Drop them on a lovely deep piece of velvet or something, and depending on what camera angles you can manage, have a lip round it. But yeah, I know that one. I tried years ago. I really wanted to do some beading, and I got the little tiny seed beads, and I did beading. I made my mum a choker, a necklace, and a little clutch bag out of the beading pattern I found. Oh, there are still beads all over my house. Tiny little annoying seed beads. That was a nightmare. The effect is wonderful. I completely understand how beaded things are totally expensive. That was work. Lisa, yeah, feel free. You've done that many times of dropping the beads. Absolutely. Lily, yeah, good point. Did something similar, but found it easier to Lisa talking about the things. Found it easier to take some away in each shot before reversing the order of the video. Yeah, video editing is awesome, because video editing means you can make the world not how it is. And definitely some way or another make sure, like, most people who are doing well in their shop should not just be taking a photograph and putting it up. You should be doing some kind of editing for your photograph, and the same goes with video. You should literally, in some way, shape or form, even if it's just brightening up a little bit more saturation with the colors, because cameras are awesome, but they're designed to be edited. Your mobile phone a little bit less. They tend to be a bit better, but this is something that really confused me to start with. The more you spend on a camera, and you get a camera that can shoot in RAW, and that's fancy and that's supposed to be great, and if you have a camera that can shoot in RAW, you are expected to edit it. What you get out of your photograph is rather dull and not very exciting, but you edit it and it's amazing. So yeah, don't think of making a video and not editing it, even if it's just brightening it up slightly. But changing the speed is one of the best things. Like, say if you're just panning your camera across and you can't afford one of those fancy gimbals, which are awesome, that keep your camera steady, pan the camera across fairly fast, slow it down in editing, it looks smooth. You know, like those things in the movies where the people are walking dead cool. All they've done is slowed it down. Let's change the speed of things. Speed it up to do a time lapse to look awesomeness. Slow it down to make things look buttery smooth. And Lisa's thanking Lily for the idea of taking things out. Yeah, it's totally awesome. See, everybody's got good ideas, and Lily is our resident awesome video maker. I can't remember how many subs are you up to, but her channel is doing fantastic. So yeah, check out Lily for ideas. Look, he's getting there. He's getting there. I just want to smooth all of this down, and then we've got the eyes to go in, nose, mouth. We are so nearly there, people. Yay. But yeah, share more ideas for videos, and I will shamelessly steal them for my video on this. I don't know, that it'll probably be a week or so before. I'm going to try and get it out as quickly as I can, but this webinar has taken up all my time. I have not done an actual presentation like a grown-up for probably like 20 years or something, so all the software is completely different and scary. But it's going to be cool. There is actually some really good info given to us from Etsy. Oh, and I don't know if I told you, but I got my next lesson in for what's going to be my next webinar once I've been through the lesson and learnt it and everything. But the next one, and I'm super looking forward to doing this one myself, is Etsy and Google SEO and using Google Analytics. That is going to be such a good webinar, or a good subject for a webinar. It's hopefully going to be a good webinar, but hopefully Etsy share with us some gems. But the other really good side effect I'm finding of being in this Etsy U Academy, which is so cool, is like they're the ones that gave me the heads up about the video prototype group. So I got to know about this before everybody else, not because I'm special or magical or anything, but just because this group is really cool. So hopefully I'll be able to find out new stuff in advance. So yeah, getting excited, getting a little bit more motivated for building up the Etsy shops again. Yeah, how is everybody's sales going? I was going to say mine are quiet, but not really. For the work I'm doing okay. It's a good 2 years now since I haven't had at least an order sitting waiting. A couple of days ago I posted off my last order, ticked the shipped, and thought, wow, it's been years since I had a gap without orders to do, and I was thinking, what can I do? I've been felting miniature dragons. These are going to be fun. We're going to do a video on miniature dragons. But anyway, I thought, wow, it's been years since this, and then immediately kerching. So I was like, drat, but yay. So although my numbers aren't huge, I'm constantly at the kind of limit that I want to be at. So it's slowed down, but so have I. Basically, if I'm totally honest there. Alright, I want to spend so long smoothing him, but also part of me says that he's kind of totes adorable, fuzzy. Let's work on popping his eyes in. There's his eyes. They do seem to be quite wide apart. Use the big needle. So what we're going to do, yeah, it does seem that the eyes are just... Am I sticking my head in frame? I'm sticking my head. And then it's my nose. Well, you can see this is all live. So it seems like the eye... Oh, yeah, perfect. Where this little V of white is, the eyes kind of pop in there. Yeah, okay. So felty. Just boring a hole for his eyes to go into. Check that's all kind of even. Has anyone else tried making this little Shiba Inu? Is that even how you say it? I think it's how you say it. But actually, he's been super easy and is cute. Which, that's good. Win-win. So these tiny little eyes that they give us, I've probably made him bigger than he should be, so his eyes will be smaller, but small eyes can be cute as well. That's not my favourite type of eyeballs, and I brought scissors up the stairs, but not glue. Oh, they're kind of going in. A little bit of forcing. So they should have brought glue upstairs. No, that needs felted some more. I'm just felting up and down all on the same space, and that kind of forces a dent in that the eyeball fits into. I think they tell us, yes, in the pictures, they do tell us to glue it in. They've got a kind of dibbery tool, a forcey in tool, but I don't have a forcey in tool. There's a posh name for that. Oh, come on. So I just felt all in the same space. Oh, nope. That eyeball does not want to work. I'm used to the glass eyes on a wire, so you don't need to make such a big gap, and they kind of tend to hold themselves in a bit better with friction. Now I'm going to totally just think it right. If I can't get it in this time, then I believe I saw I had some of the maker's eyeballs sitting around, so we'll use different eyeballs if this doesn't work. Come on, son. It's your last chance. Oh, there we go. Threaten things and they work. Completely deformed his face, but that's fine. There we go. Right. So we need little tiny circles in white for eyebrows. It's the detail where things look cute. So let's see how tiny. So just making 2 circles. That one's a wee bit bigger. And again, using both hands, I can feel the difference. And they just pop in to the side slightly of his eyes. About there, looks about right. Cute. So cute. Needs a bit of smoothing, but I think this is a kit, especially if you can translate Japanese, but I think this is a pretty beginner friendly kit. This hasn't been too tricky, even with me not knowing what they're talking about. So yeah, it shows you the exact shapes you need to create, which is pretty awesome. Alright, so his nose is a kind of triangle shape. So trick for triangles is 3 fingers make a triangle, pinched together like that. Just being super careful, but that just starts to shape it. CJ, this will hurt people who don't actually make any of their own products. Well, yes and no. I mean, that's no bad for quite a lot of us that do. You know, it's good to have the advantage of being the hand maker, but there's other ways to do things. You know, you can be showing your final product in a variety of ways. Like if you've got clothing, I want to see how that skirt swishes. I want to see how that fabric moves, how it actually, you know, clings to your body kind of thing. So, you know, just showing the final product. I think at the minute in time, most people I've seen are just showing the final product. But you do get a bit of, I feel there's going to be a bit of an advantage if you're just showing more of the process, putting more of you in and stuff. So yeah, take the advantage if you're hand making. If you're not hand making, it won't be held against you, but I'm pleased for those of us that are making our own stuff. Just pulling out a little thread to make his mouth. Looks fairly standard one, yeah, from his nose. Just go from the bottom V of his nose, connect that up, go down straight a touch, and then come off in a wee smile. You can tell when I'm focusing because then it all goes quiet. I think that's pretty cute. I should have probably snipped off the excess black there. He's got more of a moustache than a smile. Let's do that. That's a little bit too much. Yeah, that worked. Right, just even up his mouth. Just get in there. That's cute. Now, I can't remember how much this kit cost me? If I was a better YouTuber, I'm 99% sure I got this on Amazon, and I have an Amazon affiliate, and I am an Amazon affiliate, and I could have put a link to the place you got it in Amazon, and I'd have got some commission for you buying it. But I'm not that good of a YouTuber, so I didn't do that. So yeah, just search for can't speak. It's in the title, so search for that, and Shiba Inu needle felted dog kit. I think theirs is cuter than mine, but mine's pretty cute, I think. Let me know what you think, but I think he's come together. I'm pretty impressed. For zero instructions I could read, but just following along what they've given us. I've never watched a tutorial of this. I've never made a dog in this fashion. I think he's come out okay. I'm just gonna firm him up, but yeah, that's my view of this kit. I think it's pretty cool. There is a ton of fleece left. Oh yeah, we were going to do a baby, but we'll do that another time. I think I've already been over the hour. Not that there's any limit, but it's tea time and I'm getting hungry. I've already been over the hour, but yeah, there is definitely enough to make some more. The fibers felt pretty well, all things considered. The lighting has gone terrible. I nearly dropped my lights. The lighting has gone so dark because the sun's... Oh, no, too bright. The sun's come out, so that's mucked up my exposure, and I can't change it just now. So yeah, sorry about that, but we'll get a decent... Right, was that better? Oh, for curtains that actually work. See, that looks really good. Don't move. Right there, that works. Oh, now something that everybody recommends when you're starting out with photography, and especially I'm seeing a lot talking about video as well, and they always say use natural light. Block out natural light. Natural light is awesome for a picture, but it's really hard to control and reproduce. As you can see, over the course of an hour video, natural light changed so much that you couldn't see what I was doing there. If you block out the natural light and have some other light, then you can control it. So every time you take a picture, if you turn on the same lights in the same room, in the same space, with the same camera, then all the settings are the same, all your editing settings are the same, you know, everything is the same. You can control it. If you use natural light, then you get everything beautiful and the sun goes behind a cloud. So much as I love the sun, or rather, in general, you want the sun behind a cloud, you want more diffused lighting, but yeah, the sun will come out or something will go wrong. So yeah, I much prefer to be able to control my own lighting, and in this case that was just shutting the curtains. I mean, it can be beautiful if you live somewhere that you have weather that's not horrible all year round. But I took the advice when I started with my Etsy shop, and I started photographing my items outside, and you know, I was like, look for a cohesive look across your shop and everything, and I discovered, yeah, I can photograph my items outside for maybe 2 months of the year. But most days when I want to go out and photograph, it's raining or it's snowing or it's blowing a gale, and these things are super light. And yeah, I don't want to put them down on muddy ground, and they're so tiny that in general, when I'm going to photograph them, top tip, you want to get down to their level. So that involves going out to wherever I'm going to photograph them with like ground sheets and coats and everything, so I can lie on the floor to try and photograph my items. So yeah, natural light can be a pain. Yes, you can get a super good photograph if the light's just right, but if you live in Scotland or anywhere a bit north, we have summer days where the sun barely sets but seems to be in my window for a ridiculous amount of time at the wrong angle, putting too much light in. And then we have winter days where the sun never rises practically, so it's never the right time to take a picture. So yeah, all the advice for natural light: fake it, fake light. Oh, lily tree, cute, thank you. Yes, he still needs a lot of, like, that is way too floppy for my liking. He needs a lot of work, but I think he's quite adorable. I think he's done pretty good. I want to kind of shorten the nose a little bit, because puppies have shorter noses. Oh, this was going to be the mum, wasn't it? But anyway, we're still smooshing her face up a bit. Sorry, Mum. CJ, he's adorable. Thank you. Yes, I think he's not bad and easy, so everybody needs to felt a Shiba Inu. And Lisa, thank you. That is cute as. Lisa, you're in the Midlands now, so a complete mix of weather. Already had 4 seasons today. Yeah. Yes, I'm in Scotland. We have a song about that. Not even kidding. 4 seasons in a day. But yeah, it makes... I've seen some absolutely gorgeous photo shoots of all sorts of items outside, but not all of us have a controlled outdoor space that we can use every time. We potentially don't all get out of bed at the sensible time and catch the good light. And yeah, weather is so unpredictable, and especially like if you're making, like me, I custom make my items and photograph them. They're already sold, I custom make them, I photograph them, I ship them. I can't wait 2 weeks for the perfect light. I need the perfect light as soon as I'm finished. Because to say to your customers, I'm sorry, I'll let you see your item when I've had time to get the perfect photograph. New. So yeah, it's a balance. That's cool. Okay, his face is a little needing work. It would be cuter if it was a little fatter. So I'm just gonna sort of felt in at the end of it. Oh, that's a good look, isn't it? Felt in at the end of his neck. I want his face to poof out a bit. Yeah, I think his faces could be a little bit fatter, but well, I think actually they have quite fat necks. Oh, I'm just fiddling. Right, that's that's him. He's done. We're done. Right, and please check the description and sign up for my webinar. I'm sorry I'm banging on about it, but I'm excited to be part of the group with Etsy. Because they're giving us info that's hopefully helping us all, so I need to show them that I'm worth the time. Oh, we've got an error. What's happened? Oh, yeah, it seems... Yeah, sorry if the internet's not looking great. Typical. Well, anyway, we were just finishing up. But yeah, if you're interested, if you do stuff on Etsy, or are interested in anything about social media marketing, please sign up for my webinar. I would love to see you there. And yeah, basically it just helps Etsy know that I'm worth keeping in the group. Basically. Lisa, we'll sign up, and as long as you don't feel we're intruders. Not at all, guys. Seriously, friendly faces. Etsy do say that they will potentially advertise this for me, which is good to get exposure, but also terrifying. So friendly faces in the chat would be so cool. Hopefully you'll learn stuff as well, but and I'll be doing, when it starts, we'll be doing a bit of chat, and during I've got my slides I'll be working through, but there's points for questions, and then at the end we'll be able to chat, and it'll mean the world to me if it's not just radio silence, even if you're just saying hello. Yeah, that would be super awesome. Yeah, it's just something a bit different. I know it'll be fine. I'm not nervous about it, but it's kind of one of these things. It's like, will my internet work? Will the computer work? Will everything be working? Because this is different than me going, yeah, I'm doing a Sunday live stream, and the internet going, you're not, denied. Yeah, so this is totally different. But anyway, right. Oh, Lily Tree, coming through fine here. Oh, thank you so much. It's gone away. Oh, it's saying excellent connection. Yeah, on YouTube Studio, it just had a big pop-up saying that it was going to be glitching. New idea. Susan, can we sign up today? You can indeed. If you follow the link, which is in the comments to this video, that takes you to a place where you sign up for a virtual ticket, which is totally free, and loads of people, 50 people have done it so far. Thank you so much. That's terrifying. But 50 people have done it so far, and nobody said it's any hassle. I signed up myself. It's literally, you just put in your name and your email. I won't be spamming you. As far as I can tell, all that happens is they email out the link again as a reminder just before the event starts, basically. But it gives a link that Etsy can share if they want to, kind of thing. But yeah, so you sign up, and that just gives you the link to where the live stream's going to be, which is on YouTube. If hopefully I'll remember, it's a unlisted link just now, but just before I go live, I'll make it a live link as well, so public link, so that if you forgot to register, you can jump in then as well. But yeah. Lisa, okay, you'll be great at it. Oh, thank you so much. I'm sure it'll go great. It's just anything, the first time you do anything, but super happy they let us do it online. To start with, I thought they wanted us to do like in-person conferences, and I can do this. I can't stand up in front of a load of people. Oh, that would be terrifying. CJ, you're all signed up for the webinar. Awesome. I look forward to seeing you. As I say, it's Wednesday this week. There is some good advice in it. I'll tell you the stuff that I don't agree with and the stuff that I do agree with. Yeah, okay. Anyway, guys, I said I was finishing. Where did I put the screen to do this? Big face. How do we? This is the little guy. Not actually bad. I'm fairly happy with that. He's a little squint. He's a little fluffy, but this is what the kit said. This is what we made. Exposure. There we go. It's not far off, considering absolutely none of the directions I could read, apart from, I think one said 4mm. What time, George? It's at 7 PM UK time, which would be 2 PM US Eastern Standard. Am I making words up? But there will be a replay. I will ask you, I'm just about to leave you. I will ask you, when I start the webinar, when I start it, there will be a link for you to register, and that sounds scary and absolutely rubbish. There will be a link to register, and that's just so that Etsy can send you the material and also they're checking up on me. That's just so they know that people turned up, basically. So at the start, if you have an Etsy shop, if you could register at the link, and that would help me super much also. But anyway, Susan, great work. Thank you so much. Lisa, it's beautiful. Thank you. Considering it was in Japanese. Yep. See you Wednesday, and thanks again for today. Thank you all so much. It's actually been really lovely to hang out. It's been great to create something that actually worked really well. That was cool. So you all guys have a great end of your weekend. There's not much left, and I will see